parking. And then there are 2 events that I'm excited to talk about. I know Mayor is as well. So we're glad that you're here today. And without any further ado,
let's kick off with a daylighting, I think.
Yes.
Is that a good place to start?
oh yeah, yeah.
I think there's good stuff happening in the city, and in particular, finding a way to keep residents safer.
Right.
You know, we made a commitment to an age-friendly city, so we want to make sure that when people are walking and crossing the streets, that they're safe.
Yes, very important. And I know just from driving for many years that when you pull up to an intersection and there's a car parked right at the intersection and I want to turn right, I can't see through that car and I don't know what's on that other side.
I tell you, in my neighborhood, about a decade ago, a young man was crossing through that intersection and got hit by a car.
Oh,
Because people like to roll into intersections and then look both ways.
yeah.
But what's happening with this new law is that it creates a better line of sight so that you can actually see people
Great.
before they step into intersections.
Super.
So I love the change, but we need to make sure that residents know about the change
Right.
so that they don't end up getting fined or penalized, surprised.
Yeah,
We
'cause
don't- we don't want to surprise our residents.
no, and it's not about that. It is about public safety, like you had mentioned.
Absolutely.
Can you share with us how this came about in San Leandro and why it's, essentially important to us?
So I gotta tell you, a while back, there was advocacy by a whole bunch of people in Sacramento. And eventually a law came into place in October of 2023.
Okay.
And the law said that by January of last year, we needed to take care of making sure that there was greater visibility in our crosswalks.
Okay.
But there has been a big change because starting 2025, by law, we had to enforce that.
Got it.
And
Got
so
it.
now we're going to have to enforce as a city. And so we're encouraging residents, please, please, please be careful. That last 20 feet before a crosswalk, that last 20 feet absolutely needs to be clear.
Right. Okay.
How big's 20 feet, Angela?
It's the length of a car.
The length of a car.
Yeah.
And so think about a car being parked right at the crosswalk, and then make sure you're not that close. So I think that's really important
I do.
for our residents to understand.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I agree. And we actually have a video that can help provide some visual to that.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and show that video now.
California's new intersection daylighting law, Assembly Bill 413, took effect in 2024. It's now illegal to park within 20 feet of any marked or unmarked crosswalk, or 15 feet where a curb extension exists, even without signs or curb markings. This law aims to improve safety for everyone by increasing visibility at intersections. Parked cars near crosswalks block drivers and pedestrian views, increasing the risk of accidents. By clearing these spaces, drivers can see pedestrians waiting to cross, and pedestrians can see oncoming traffic safely. Keep at least 20 feet, about the length of one large car, between your vehicle and any marked or unmarked crosswalk. Leaving this space provides a clear line of sight for everyone, making intersections safer for drivers and pedestrians alike.
Okay. And keeping with the vehicle theme, so downtown parking is very important to us, for our residents who run errands and shop down there, also very important to our employees. So it's important for them to know where to park, and we've communicated that through a video that our very own Natalie Villasenor and Morgan from downtown San Leandro are going to share with us now.
Studio has 3 Hi, I'm Natalie with the City of San Leandro.
And I'm Morgan with the Downtown San Leandro Improvement Association. Today we're here to share some great news about affordable parking options for employees working in downtown.
Did you know the downtown parking garage on Estudio has 3 floors dedicated to employee permit parking? And the city has implemented numerous measures to enhance security, including security cameras. And we continue to make security a focus and priority. For an affordable monthly rate, you can park here without worrying about meter costs or parking tickets.
And if you're a minimum wage employee, we've got you covered with a low-income permit rate.
If you work near Washington Plaza, there's on-street long-term employee permit parking available on Hayes Street at the same affordable rate.
Permit parking not only ensures you have a guaranteed spot, but also frees up spaces near local businesses for customers. When customers can easily find parking, they're more likely to visit, shop, and dine downtown, helping your business thrive. Listen, I work in downtown and the most convenient parking spot to my office has a 2-hour limit, so I understand your employees' frustration. I also understand that it's important downtown workers feel safe going to and from their cars. Our Downtown Ambassador team offers courtesy escorts from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. All you need to do is give them a call. You can even pre-schedule an escort. We'll put the Ambassador helpline and hours in the video description below.
Getting a permit is easy. Visit parksl.com to sign up and start enjoying the benefits today.
Together, we can make downtown San Leandro a more convenient and vibrant place for everyone.
See you downtown!
So as you can see from the video, we are committed to making sure that there's plenty of parking in downtown. We know that for economic development purposes, we want our San Leandro residents to have those spaces to patronize our businesses and being right there, being readily available for our residents. So for the purpose of residents, please leave those spaces open. For employees, we have a reduced price program so that you can have a reduced price for a little over $1 a day if you buy for the full month. And for folks with lower income, you can get it for about 50 cents a day. So we are being attentive to the needs of both our residents and employees downtown so that we can have a thriving community. Thank you for all you do to support our businesses.
Yes, that's excellent. And I do happen to know that the employee designated parking, I know there's parking on the garage or in the garage as well as Hayes Street, which we just heard about. But those parking spots are in a green zone. That's what designates it for the employees. So that's good information to know, whether resident or employee.
Certainly. And then again, be sure to go to, parksl.com.
That's right.
Parksl.com is a place where you can go and get these permits for the reduced price.
Yes, very good. And as a commuter, I appreciate things like permits and tickets that have just streamlined the process, and I know that I have a spot. So definitely a good idea to look into that permit. Thanks for sharing about that. So events, let's get on to the exciting stuff.
Tell me about events, because there's some good stuff happening in the city.
There is.
And I really appreciate that we're going to take the time to highlight some of those things.
Yes.
The museum, is it?
The museum.
There's good things happening there.
Yes, I think I told you that I was going to interview the museum curator, Delaney Nathlich.
Yes, you did.
Yes, so this is at the San Leandro History Museum, and what a little gem that place is. Have you been there recently?
I have been there, it's probably been a year and a half since I've been there.
Oh, great.
And I know that changes happen. They bring in new exhibits and the like, so I'm excited to find out what this is about.
What was happening. Okay, so Tuesday, we heard from Delaney that they're bringing in the first exhibit in 20 years to the museum. So it's really exciting. It's good news for San Leandro. But this exhibit, it's called The 21st Century in San Leandro. And what it's capturing is many things that happened through 2000 and 2020. Think of all the things that happened during that period of time, just in our lives.
Big changes.
Lots.
Big changes.
And in San Leandro, there was lots of things that happened in regards to diversity, economic development, and innovation. And what they've done is through a documentary, they're highlighting that through some key players. Serene Grant, I know, Derek Lee, and our own Tom Liao is going to be involved in that too. A really incredible documentary that's going to be part of that exhibit. Well, they're grand opening this thing on March 20th. And there's a lot of people behind it, a lot of excitement. I believe you're going to be there. A lot of dignitaries will be attending.
It's going to be a nice event.
Yeah. So you're invited too, March 20th, for the grand opening of the 21st Century in San Leandro Museum. The other neat thing about it, I have to mention this. So kids come through this museum, and they're seeing very valuable history up to 1970, right? I mean, San Leandro's got a rich history, which is important for us to know and stand on the shoulders of them. But now that we can bring in 21st century content,
it's closer to their age.
Yes.
So one of the things that I very much remember is my own children visiting the San Leandro History Museum and taking those walks from the elementary schools to the museum, learning about our local history.
And they're still doing that. Yeah, it was great. We had a ton of fun. Delaney's really great. She's put a lot of effort and work into this, and I know that it was funded by the Arts, Culture, and Libraries Commission, and she's really grateful for what they've done too for it. So it'll be a fun night.
And what's nice is that the museum is connected to our libraries.
That's right.
As part of the whole library system, and I have had so many residents talk to me about how proud they are of the San Leandro libraries and the multiple libraries that we have and the commitment that we have to continuously investing in those libraries.
Right.
I don't know if people know this, but we have about 300,000. Think about that number. 300,000 visits to our libraries across the year.
It's incredible.
I mean, these numbers are kind of mind-boggling.
They really are.
And then the programs that the library holds, we've got about 45,000 attendees across 700 events.
Okay, now when you think about that, and now I'm aware of this because I'm helping you with the State of the
State
City
of the
speech.
City?
Yeah, so we have really drilled down on these numbers and gotten them validated. But that number, that's half of the population of San Leandro.
These are huge numbers.
Yeah.
And that's why so many people, when they talk about the libraries, they speak with a smile.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for everything that the library staff does, for the events that they put on, and I'm particularly excited about this event, bringing history and making it more relevant to our young people who visit that library.
Right, to advance our history and our future. It's great.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, well, wait a minute. Where did you pull that out from?
Well, this little thing, it was just kind of tucked away.
I guess. What? Tell me why. Why are you wearing this today?
Well, I was out at Tarani this morning, and I got to tell you, there were some amazing ththings that are happening out at Tarani. And in particular, as they celebrate their 100th anniversary, I got to share this because it was such a beautiful thing this morning. So for their 100th anniversary, they've created a special flavor. This diamond flavor, all the profits from this flavor in particular are being dedicated to workforce development nonprofits.
Wow.
So they're literally pouring money back into the community. They currently collaborate with East Bay Innovations, Inc. And East Bay Innovations helps a number of individuals in San Leandro and the region specifically develop skills, job skills, that they can then take and put into the workforce. At Tarani, I got
great.
to see this barista training.
Awesome.
And I had this wonderful drink that was served, and I was very excited to see that people from our community are being trained, and then they will be placed at local coffee shops.
Right.
So it's not just talking about the theory of workforce development.
Yeah.
It's actually making it happen.
That's so
And
great.
so I had to come here today.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't on our script.
It was not. This is
But
a surprise,
I had to come here
valid
today.
surprise.
And talk about the wonderful things that they are doing.
Yes, and I
'Cause
appreciate that.
So that very much leads into like the state of the city and things that we want to highlight.
Right.
Because it's not just the theory of how you get things done. It's how we actually make things happen. So we have laid out as a council 5 priorities. Whether it's public safety, housing and homelessness, economic development, what we have is the opportunity to tell people, have we made progress? The answer, by the way, a sneak peek, is absolutely yes.
Yes, and I can attest to that.
And I got to tell you, the thing that's most powerful to me of all of this is that 2 years ago, the City Council made a commitment to develop metrics. And so we're not just talking about giving you an example here, an example there. We are committed to showing you actual numbers about how we are making progress in the city. Specifically, I'm going to tease a little bit. I want people to come, show up, and listen because we have fantastic news around public safety.
Yeah.
We have great news around housing. We have excellent news around innovation happening in the city of San Leandro. There's some pretty neat stuff happening,
Agreed.
but we're also going to be honest. We're going to talk about some of the challenges that we have, and we're going to make sure that people understand the good as well as the opportunities for us to continue making San Leandro an amazing city.
Yes, agreed. And I just have to say that these are not just words. I happen to be one that's helping put this speech together and collect all the information, and together we're packaging it to present. But each time I'm surprised by how much the city accomplishes. There's quite a bit. I mean, the numbers of the library is really impressive, but there's so much more to come. So as a newcomer and first timer, seeing a year summarized, it's incredibly interesting. And we invite you to come. Make sure you join us on Tuesday, March 18th for the State of the City. We can't wait to meet the first timers who come for the first time.
So that's going to be at the San Leandro Senior Center.
That's right.
The doors open at 6 o'clock, and then the speaking will begin around 6. You can follow us on social media to always make sure that you have the most up-to-date information. Me personally, that's Mayor Juan Gonzalez on Facebook and Instagram. But even more importantly, please follow the city's
Yes.
social media pages.
Yes, and we're on all of them. So choose your favorite or get on all of them. We want to see you there. Tag at City of San Leandro with anything you want to share. But let me tell you right now, get on the Instagram story because we have a very important question for you. We both want to know what you want to hear from us. We think we know, but you're the ones who know. So get on Instagram story, tell us what you want to hear, and we'll make sure that we bring that to you in the April Mayor's Report. Thanks for joining us today.